Hey, right guys, Trace Munchers Joe here, and today we are watching and reacting to episode 5 of Reign Season 2. I thought the last episode was fantastic. I still stand by the rating. I think it was like a 9.5 out of 10. My favourite episode of Reign so far, actually, and it's going to be hard for episode 5 to kind of top that one. There was so much going on in that episode, and all the characters, we had like emotion behind it. There wasn't a dull moment, so I'm curious how episode 5 will hold up when comparing to episode 4. I wouldn't sit there comparing it to episode 4, but it's just when you go on such a high, it's always difficult for the episode following to live up to that, basically. So, but yeah, this season so far, I'm very, very impressed. And yeah, I know, like I say, this episode might not be as good as episode 4, but I just hope we have more episodes like that throughout this season. So yeah, episode 5. If you enjoy, remember to leave a like. If you're new, remember to subscribe. And if you do want the full uncut reaction and early uploads to Reign, then a link to the Patreon page will be down below, as well as links to Twitter and Instagram if you want to follow me on either of those, and finally Discord if you want to join that and talk about TV shows or anything else with myself and others. And yeah, let's do this.
Oh God, not mine.
Let's chill.
Looks like a church service.
Why?
What do you want with him?
Oh my god. Can you not rush them all and kill them? There's dickheads in the road, isn't there? Yo, we got an intro finally. It's all footage from season 1. I guess I'd rather have them footage from season 2 though. Spoilers.
True, I lost our baby. And yes, it hurts. But we got pregnant once. We can do it again.
You can do it again. Well, there you go,
I'm
Mary.
surprised if you stopped avoiding the subject. The way you tiptoe around it makes me think you've given up hope.
I have not.
Mary is so strong. I love her so much. Like,
But they did set fire to the barn. Go and help however you can. Find out what happened and capture whoever led this attack. I will not tolerate this kind
do
of
it.
violence.
Oh, good job, Francis. You know what? Season 2, I'm kind of impressed with him.
When I was a girl, I dreamed of a wedding like this.
It's spectacular.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Well, let's just say your wedding is a welcome distraction.
That's the first time they've all spoken together in like, what, 4 years?
Have you lost your minds?
Yes!
Don't mistake me. I do not judge your predilections. In fact, I'm rather impressed. But doing it out here in the open, what were you thinking?
I know, you weren't very loud.
What was that?
Yes. But now my son is unwell and Lola requested her advice on how best to treat him. Mary, will you go to the throne room in my stead, find out what's happening? I'll be there soon.
Mary's like, bitch, what are you up to?
Caroline? What are you doing here?
I'm Emery.
I don't know.
This story is ridiculous.
For holding unpopular beliefs.
Then you were the Protestants who were attacked in the barn.
We are, Majesty, and I am their minister.
Protestant heretics.
Throw them out.
Oh, shut up, you dildo.
They will be respected. I will have order in this chamber.
A man who kills must pay with his life.
Justice for heretics? That's absurd.
Silence!
That's it, I gotta be
I
a
have
bit.
respect for these men, and I'll have it.
Lord Condé? What is it? Do you know this boy?
This is my sister's son.
Oh,
Emil.
well, damn.
They murdered my nephew.
And now it's personal. Let's go.
Before tomorrow?
Kenna, what are you reading?
Porn.
Sex journal. Written by a lady who sampled most of the noblemen to come through court. And
That is
effectively
porn
overwhelmed.
back in the day.
She's even rated the prowess of her
Kenna's
partners.
story this episode, reading porn.
How far does this journal go back?
2 years. She says he's an avid hunter and has a small butterfly-shaped birthmark on his forearm.
I will only admit that I am curious who this man is.
Well, then let's find him and see if he can spark your curiosity.
What should be that guy with the beard like
These are
him?
the men who attacked the Protestants.
That'd be Leif.
No, your Catholic subjects implore you, including your Catholic lords, who bow before you now.
Mary's can't have it easy today.
You sincerely believe this was a planned attack against your family?
Oh shit.
That's the brand of the Three Dark Riders. Rage and mistrust is building across France, and maybe that's their intention. To see France explode.
Right. They're really going in depth with the story, not like sort of like Game of Thrones depth, but they're doing a lot more with it, which I like. It's not just season 1 was very much just inside this castle, but now it actually seems to be about France, which is cool.
You found the boy hurt already and made up some story about how he was wounded, or
they crushed the poor stable boy's skull themselves.
Oh.
To save their own. That ain't true. Shut up, Jerome.
Shut up, you dickhead.
Oh. Yes, we can.
Confess, and you may yet have mercy, Jerome. Don't lose your
He's
head.
gonna come
Why show them mercy? Let them hang.
If you've not only murdered, but lied to your king to conceal your crimes, your punishment won't be hanging. You'll be drawn and quartered alive.
It was Luke's idea. Servant. A godless Protestant.
Oh, I love that. The way he didn't actually punch him, he just... Oh, and after a happy carnival...
Excuse me.
Castleroy hasn't spoken to you, I take it?
I should go.
Wait. Great, there are things you need to know about Castleroy. Secrets that he should tell you.
Why are you telling me this?
So you can break up with him.
For more than one reason, if I'm honest.
He's just... Leave it, man.
Find peace, Father.
There's no peace for me, not while my killer walks free.
If you're here to lay blame, then at least be honest and shoulder your own. You murdered girls who had the misfortune of sleeping with you. You slaughtered hundreds, heroes of Calais for your own amusement. You were mad.
Is that why you did it? Is that why you killed me?
Yes!
There you go, it's out there.
Yes! It nearly destroyed me to kill my own father, but you left me no choice.
Oh, you've got to be joking.
Narcissus.
You were behaving so strangely outside. You seemed so upset.
Wow.
Could be summarily put to death. Man or woman, king or queen.
Oh.
Which I imagine is why your queen knows nothing of this.
There is nothing for her to know, and there never will be.
I understand perfectly.
Do you?
I am a Catholic lord, dependent on the strength of my...
Even if he said anything, like, no one would believe him. He doesn't have proof of it, so...
For people like me, like us. Why would I want to help my enemies? Will you trust
Francis, you're not going to kill him, so just pipe down.
As long as I'm never given a reason to be.
Fair play. Don't get salty, Francis, because you blanked your mouth off too loud.
Don't convert. For your safety and mine and the children. For what it could do to our lives if people knew.
Great, I love you.
I know you do, mate.
But if you ask me to give up what I believe, I don't think I can marry you.
Sick.
I'm raising our family and managing my holdings.
If she breaks up with him now,
touch us.
Not all.
We won't always agree.
way too easy.
Listen to you, as you've listened to me. I hope I will see you at the altar tomorrow.
Don't not go. I feel like every chance they give this Lathan Greer moment, it's always a bit too easy. Oh, I'll still fund everything for you if you want to break up with me, by the
Have
way.
you considered what I told you about Condé's nephew? He didn't throw the stone like Narcisse claimed. Those men murdered him to prove that no Protestant, even a highborn, is safe.
How? Apparently Lord Narcisse released her. He told the guards it was on your orders.
No! Oh, why would he do that? You had his trust. I thought we could trust that guy. What?
Francis?
What the fuck? If you want a back, you'll make me a promotion.
I was expecting you. I wasn't entirely sure you'd come alone.
Coaxing some kind of admission from me.
Yes.
Okay.
I also have Montgomery. He's in a safe place, far from any man's reach, ready to tell
So
me
it wasn't
what
like
he
a
didn't tell
possession
your father
thing.
If I give the word, or
Love that.
if anything happens to me.
But this plot of yours hangs on nothing but hearsay and supposition. There is no physical proof.
I have a tape recorded.
Perhaps I need
Match.
more to convict you, it's true. But I only need to weaken you. I only need to stop your allies rallying to you. The people learn that you killed your father, they will never believe your queen didn't know it. Your heads will be on 2 pikes side by side.
Francis, you're smarter than this. Come on.
Very romantic. But I doubt this is the future together you had in mind.
Francis, you are smarter than this. He has no proof, dude. Come on.
Francis, why? Soon they will have more martyrs, and that will...
Yo, she looks amazing.
Yes, and I heard your opinion, and I simply disagree. I can't always be your husband first. Sometimes I have to be king.
Francis,
No, you have to be selfish because
tell
she
me
just...
what's going on. What's wrong?
I know he's looking out for Mary as well. So that's probably what's messing with his head a bit. I just think he's a bit smarter than this. So it's like, right, this is like a moment. Either Greer... Either they just ruin this thing. Oh, she's actually doing it. Proud. Wait, it's going to be mad. Like I said, I'm not happy with this, but story-wise, I think it would have been way too easy if, like, Greer just didn't show up to the wedding. So...
Sailing, and a school of dolphins swam up.
Lola, I have been meaning to congratulate you.
Him.
Christening of your son, Baron
Him.
Philip.
He has the
King
thing.
was beaming, so proud of his son. And men are afraid of you, so we're both feared. It can be quite isolating, can't it? It can leave one lonely.
Oh, she's going to get close to him.
And yet it's true. It's an open invitation. Xavier, you...
He has the mop.
The butterfly.
There you go. Ridiculous. Stretch of the arm, and there you go. There's my birthmark.
I love you.
I love you too, Adelaide. Fuck.
I need you to know that. Francis, what aren't you telling me?
It is a choice I made as king, a choice that we discussed thoroughly. You just don't agree with it.
Okay.
There's something else going on.
Yeah, at least she
Lately,
knows.
you've been distant. What could possibly endanger me so much that I shouldn't know about it? What is this mystery threat that somehow involves your son's nanny that has you skulking around the castle at odd hours?
Adelaide, don't push this because you're just gonna die.
Something I can't fix. Something that you can't change. These secret
You killed
visits to your son.
Henry.
You worry that I can't do it?
Wait, what?
Do you worry that I can't bear you a child?
Yes.
No, don't...
Because as a king and a man, I want heirs. Is that what you want to hear? Does it bring us closer for you to know that your failure disappoints me beyond words?
Are you fucking taking the piss? Fuck.
Have I answered you fully? Are we done with this?
You just threw all the blame on her. That's...
You told me you hadn't lost hope.
Oh my god, don't you gonna feel like such shit?
Very I shouldn't have.
Yeah, what a joke.
There's something
I know that's not it, but it's like...
You certainly gave it to
Oh
me.
my god.
No need to hear anymore.
I was gonna say, have you ever maybe thought it's you, Francis, but be got a load of pregnant, so never mind. Oh lordy lord. Okay, that is episode 5 of Reign season 2. This season, sick stuff. I'm really enjoying it. I hope it just continue like this and will be great. It'll be fantastic. Like I said, it wasn't as strong as last episode, but that was inevitable. I think like episode 4 was just so outstanding. But this was still a great follow-up. It's like I think like Teen Wolf's a good example. Like you'll have an amazing episode and then just pummels down to like 4 out of 10 or something. This was still actually a really great episode. I'd say maybe my okay, so going from episode 1 to season 2, about 8.3 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 8.5, 9.5. I think this might be my maybe third favourite, because I did really like episode 3. Maybe my third favourite. Yeah, like I mentioned earlier on the episode, I just love how the story isn't just like around like Mary's love life and the castle, what's going on in there. It is to do with all of France and like religion, and you know, these like people betraying them and people who don't want to support Mary or support Francis. It just adds a lot more to the story of Reign, which I really like. Because I wasn't worried about it, but I did think is Reign's season 2 just going to be more of like Mary and Francis going odds, and while they do still have that, like evidently in this episode, they've expanded it to like a lot more, which I'm really happy about. I think the only character I'm kind of annoyed doesn't have a better story at the moment is Bash. I know he wasn't in this episode really at all. I think he's in like one scene. But he's such a great character and he doesn't have a story. Apart from the first 13, episode 1 to 15, Bash was fantastic. Like, he was my favourite character. But since then, he's had nothing. Like, yeah, him with Keno is great, but his solo stories are just not up to par. But that's not negative on this episode because he wasn't in the episode, so I can't really comment too much on it. But yeah, all the characters, they're just expanding them with these stories that are actually interesting, and I'm really enjoying it. The handmaidens, so like Greer, Kenna, and Lola, all three of those being together this episode was a rare sight, but it was great. I know it was like Greer's wedding, but seeing Lola and Kenna just going on this little mission to find the birthmark on the arm of the, was it a bird or something? Or butterfly, not a bird. It was a kind of like innocent little story, and it ended up being Narcisse, of course, so that'll lead somewhere. I'm sure him and Lola will get a bit closer, we'll see. But it's just a nice little adventure they were going on together. It's always nice when the three handmaidens, and Mary as well, are actually together and just interacting, because it is kind of rare. They did that so much in the first early episodes of season 1. It's kind of cool to see it in the later episodes as well. And then the little bit where Catherine joined along and just had a little dig at Kenna or Lola, I can't remember. I love Catherine, like I say, it's one of those you love to hate her kind of thing. Narcisse, I think he's an interesting villain. I'd say he's better than King Henry, who was good for a bit, but he got very repetitive and boring towards the end of season 1. Definitely better than the Darkness. He just seems to know what he's doing, he knows what he wants, and he knows how to go about it. And I'm so glad this whole, the cook has been possessed by Henry. I'm so glad that was just acting. And part of me in my head, midway through, when Francis confessed to killing Henry, I was going to say, and I was like thinking in my head, like, what, she was acting the whole time. And she was acting for Narcisse. It was all part of a plan to confess. My only real negative with that is Francis should be smarter and should know you have no definitive evidence at all. Yes, you have the woman who knows, who was blurting all this stuff out, and yes, Narcisse knows, but at the end of the day, and I know he's worried about, like, Mary could be in danger of this, but they have no evidence, no literal evidence of him having killed Henry. So yeah, it might cause a little bit of a ruckus for a little while, but at the end of the day, he's still going to be king. You can just do what you need to be doing. So I don't know. I like Narcisse as a villain. I think he's great to have, but I think Francis should be a bit smarter with this. That's the only real not major negative, but a little nitpick with the episode. And then I put that the final scene was so well done. I think moments like that in any TV show where like a main character knows something but they brutalize another character just to like put them on a different path, and you know, it's hard to watch, but they're always done so well. I like to say Francis is just like, yeah, that's the one thing he would have said that would have got her to believe why he's been acting this way. But it's still hard to watch. I love Mary so much. She's fantastic this season. Like, Mary's a character, bias aside, like her being Adelaide Kane, she as a character, she is actually very interesting this season. Big improvements from how she was in season 1. Season 1, it was all like, Francis, I love you, I'll do anything for you, and I'll just be an idiot sometimes. I did love her in season 1, obviously, but sometimes, you guys know, I was like, just stop. But here, she is a queen, as they say, she's a queen. The Greer story, I think it's dragging a little bit now. Like, yeah, she's married to him, but let's be honest, that's not going to be the end of her and Leith. It's just not. I'll be genuinely so shocked if that's the end of her and Leith now. I think I'm kind of conflicted myself because in this episode as well, I'm glad that she didn't go off to Leith. But they need to find a way to have her and Leith get back together and it not be easy. Like, oh, you can leave me and I'll pay for everything and I'll be fine with it. She had the easy out there, but she didn't go for it, which I'm proud of her for. Because Leith, I've kind of gone off of him a little bit, to be honest. He's just trying to, not blackmail her, but manipulate her into how to live her life, and it's a bit like, come on, mate, let's just move on now. It's time to move on for Leith, I think. Because I'm moving on. But yeah, this was an incredible episode. Not as strong as the last one, but still very, very well done. I'm going to give this one an 8 point... I think 8 point... wait, give me a second. Great. I think it actually was better than episode 3. I'm going to give this one an 8.6 out of 10. So this is my second favourite episode of season 2 so far. Fantastic stuff. So thank you for watching, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought of the episode down below in the comments. Everything that I mentioned at the start of the video will be in the pinned comment as well down below. And I'll see you soon for episode 6. Until then, peace.